Hello ladies and gentlemen, Groovy Guy here, and welcome to a video that I'm kind of surprised to be bringing to you so soon. This is for Transformers Power of the Primes Evolution Optimus Primal to Optimal Optimus. I know I promised, well I didn't promise, but I said Windblade will be today, but that's going to be delayed till next week or the week after. Thing is though, this is still a fan voted bot like Windblade was, so kind of evens out a little bit. Also, I'm not sure how to go about presenting this figure because there's lots of different modes and there's no real sort of streamline way to go. There's no A, B, C, D. So I'm going to be starting on this mode. Then we're going to have a look at Optimus Primal in his solo mode, and then the power armor in gorilla mode. Then have them together in their gorilla mode, and then finally as Optimal Optimus. So starting off in the spaceship mode, he's got the Matrix of Leadership because he is the new sort of fan voted leader of the Autobots. Nice little homage to Optimal Situation, having Optimus Prime spark in the cockpit. One thing I should point out about this figure too, and I'll mention it again at the end of doing comparisons, is this figure does not have the drag car mode of the original Optimal Optimus, which was only seen I think once anyway. So here is his jet mode. He looks pretty cool. For some reason that tail thing is not up properly. His feet, the instructions aren't really clear, but I think you're meant to get the tabs from Optimus Primal into the heels here, which means you sort of have to have the legs kind of detached a little bit from the rest of the body. It works, kind of. He does have a visible head here, and it is obvious that he's just got, well, literally a monkey on his back. But anyway, I really do like this figure. I like all the modes. I think this figure is a better homage to the, if you've been watching the Machinima Power of the Prime series, I think this figure sort of replicates that character of Optimus Primal a bit better than any other Optimus Primal does. I think this is more a Machinima kind of toy than the Beast Wars toy. So anyway, enough prattling on. There's the, I'll raise it up a bit. Here is the ship mode. He flies, he's got fists on the front, he's got guns. Looks really cool. Not much to say feature-wise, other than you can open up the cockpit if you so wish. And there is the, what's called the Matrix of Leadership. It's just a blue see-through. Is that see-through? Oh yeah, it is. Cool. Got a weird little Atari symbol in him though. There's a bit of cross promotion. I never really. Oh well, I suppose they did do a couple of Transformers games. Anyway, so I'm going to go from this to Optimus Primal in his little deluxe mode. So we'll be right back with that. Okay, so like Optimal Optimus, you may be wondering what the heck is this? This is surfboard flight mode thing. This is meant to homage his very first transmittal form in Beast Wars. It kind of works. It looks alright. Basically, you just got him standing on his self. Sort of. Also, when I was reading about it, this is actually meant to be, if I can get, he's really stuck on there tight. There we go. This is meant to be Optimus Primal's Cybertronian form of a data courier ship. It kind of works, actually. I really don't mind it. Besides the obvious visible head, it looks pretty cool. It does look like a data ship. If you can imagine thousands of years in the future, a far off alien mechanical planet having data ships, they would look like this, maybe. Yeah, tis a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, I agree with him. What the heck? Anyway, this is this is gorilla mode. So like I said, you can have two separate figures from this set, which is pretty cool. Um, be right back with this guy in his robot mode. Alright, we're back with Optimus Primal in his robot mode. Funny thing about the guns is the instructions have him welding them as these clubs. The box art though makes a tad more sense by just having them as actual guns instead of clubs. So, and that likes to fall off. It's meant to sort of clip in the back, but the clip's very, very loose. And I like the look of this toy. Again, I think it's meant to be closer to Machinima's Optimus Primal. You've just seen him in his robot mode, and you haven't seen an alternate form or anything for him. If you haven't watched the Machinima series, I'm not in the least bit surprised, but in that series, he's sort of Megatron discovers him as the guardian of the Requiem blaster, and he's been guarding it for untold millennia. He doesn't really have any sort of memory of any other way. So yeah, he looks pretty cool. I like him. Again, you may be like, what the heck is this? But yeah, if you haven't seen the Machinima series, I do suggest maybe watching the Power of the Primes miniseries. It's kind of okay. Yeah, I'm getting to like it, but I think it's only we're up to the second last episode now or something. Here is a comparison with his Beast Wars 10th anniversary self. So yeah, he's much smaller than other Primals. I think he's just a deluxe. So from here we're going to be combining him with the Gorilla mode to make the fully armored Gorilla mode, and then after that we're going to be going to Optimal Optimus. Here is Dreadwind, just for a bit of a comparison. So yeah, definitely a deluxe scale figure. We'll be right back with combined armored gorilla mode. Back in a minute. Okay, and we're back in the combined sort of armored mechanized gorilla mode. This is actually the first time I've had him in this mode. I've had him for a few days, and then I realized I just haven't gotten around to putting him into this mode, and he looks really cool. His box art does depict him being in this mode. Just making sure I've got the right touch. I think I do. Yeah, he's got, obvious gorilla hanging off the back, which I've been told apparently if you can sort of detach these two parts, that'll involve doing something kind of permanent to the figure. You'll have this guy and Optimus Primal sort of as two separate toys. But I think the mode we had before of this guy being hollow and that guy, this guy being hollow, that guy standing by himself, I think that works as well. Not much different in this mode. He sort of has to lean forward because the legs sort of go up against each other. So he's got the hunched over look, which is pretty cool, pretty normal for a gorilla. See if I can get a close up of his face. He's got little red eyes, and got the mouth there with a big fat upper lip. It's not really coming across too well. Oh, kind of. You can see his mouth, and he's got the nostrils, and he's got sort of face lines going down there. A nice maximal symbol. Yeah, really nice. Alright, so we've done all the modes now. Coming up next is the final combined mode, his final form of Optimal Optimus, and he looks something like this. Alright, we're in the home stretch now. This is the combined form into Optimal Optimus. Again, he's got the Matrix sort of in the same position as he had Optimus Prime Spark in Optimal Situation. Now the guns that he comes with, you can have them displayed however you want. You can have them pinned into his legs on the sides here, sort of in a holstered mode. You can also sort of do a bit of forming here. See if I get this right. Hey, first try. You can give him the Tommy gun titties look, if you so wish, which is a nice little nod again to the toy. You can, I don't do this myself, but I'm just going to show it just for, I don't know, the hilarity, I suppose. Alright, so the final thing you can do with the guns, which I don't recommend doing because it's utterly ridiculous, combine them into, I don't know, a rifle or a really long polearm or mace of some kind, and he can apparently hold it and yeah, that's that's apparently a gun mode. He's got really long spidery fingers too, which again kind of homages the character in Beast Wars, but I don't think they were this spidery. So I like having them up in the chest, but for display on the shelf I might just keep them sort of holstered. You can also, can it work on this mode? Yeah, kind of. You can sort of have them up on the shoulders, sort of pegged in on the shoulder there. The only thing is the barrel at the end sort of prevents it from being held flush. So I might just keep them on the side, just like that there. So yeah, there is Optimal Optimus. Just an incredible figure. Lots of playability, lots of different modes you can have. You can also have, unlike I think every other leader class figure so far, you can actually have two separate toys from him. You can have the Primal mode. Again, it's just hanging on the back. Actually, you can also, if you so wish, have them on the backpack, sort of a Primal Tui, I guess, or Optimal Primally. Anyway, so yeah, he's a wonderful toy. He's very rare in Australian retail at the moment. There was a toy sale that started Thursday, and I must have got the only one that was available in my area, because a lot of people are sort of saying that they've missed out. To those people, I say be patient. Don't pay high online prices to get him. Wait for him to arrive at retail, and you'll be glad you waited for him instead of paying eye-gouging eBay prices. Quick little comparison. Here he is. Well, here he is again with Dreadwind. So yeah, definitely a leader class toy. Here he is with his original Beast Wars self. Again, apologies for the large amount of dust this guy has accumulated. Yeah, so this guy definitely got a winning point of, well, this toy can't have these guns folded away. See if I can get them a bit better displayed. Maybe if I put the camera up a bit. So yeah, this guy's sort of all compacted up because he really takes up a lot of room on the shelf. So, should you hunt this figure down? I think you should. I'll keep him there. If you really want the toy, I recommend get him. If you're going for screen accuracy to Machinima, the Power of the Primes Machinima series, I think this guy will be your best bet. If you're going for screen accuracy to Beast Wars, however, I'm going to have to suggest going with the original toy here, because this guy has the drag car mode that's briefly seen. This guy doesn't have the drag car mode. So it's kind of, there's room for both in the same collection. I know that's not very sort of definitive. There's arguments for both being in your collection. This guy because he's got all the toy modes. This guy because he's a bit more screen accurate and can be folded up. Again, these don't retract in any way. So yeah, there is my little review on Leader Class Evolution Optimal Optimus. Definitely recommend picking him up if you're a fan of the Machinima series, or if you are collecting Beast Wars and you can't find the original Optimal Optimus. This guy is just awesome all around. So again, thank you for watching. Coming up next is either going to be Windblade or Rodimus Unicronus. Let me know in the comments below which one you want me to focus my groovy vibes onto next. And I look forward to seeing your comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.